Welcome back. Mother Nature has certainly taken its toll on residents here in Florida over the last few days, an emotional toll and a financial toll for many in our area. Adam Wolf, who has been dubbed Jacksonville's retirement coach, is here to talk all about that. He joins us, of course, every Tuesday here on First Coast Living to talk about various things regarding retirement. But today we're talking about the storm. And Adam, first of all, how did you guys fare? Because I know you're out in the Atlantic Beach. I know your office is in Jacksonville and elsewhere, but how did you get through it all right?
Yeah, we lucked out. We really did, with minimal damage. Had some family members had to get evacuated off Black Creek, but overall we really lucked out.
Yeah, I know there's some really tough stories out there. People who still don't have power or air conditioning, and it's tough in this Florida heat. So what would you have as far as advice for people who find themselves in a financial bind, with a lot of these expenses like starting to accumulate, especially for those people who've got water in their homes? I mean, that it really can take a toll, especially, if insurance isn't coming in the ways that they had hoped.
Yep, so in my practice, we help folks with the financial aspect of retirement and planning for and enjoying their retirement. And I'd say first and foremost is, calling your insurance company if you have any kind of water, any kind of major damage, to start the navigation process going down that path. In addition to that, using their resources and knowing what kind of vendors you're going to select and making sure those vendors are reputable to help repair and make your house whole, because there's a lot of folks that could potentially be scamming you or not have the right insurance to be there to help you and your family.
That is so right. We had somebody on here from the Better Business Bureau, and they said just the same thing, that make sure if you have a contractor come out that they are insured and that they have a license as well, and investigate both of those on your own. Just don't take their word for it. Talk about across the state of Florida. I know you've been doing some research and kind of figuring out the economic toll for not just this area, but really as far south as the Keys. And when you look at the video coming out of the Keys, I mean, it's decimated in some places.
It's devastating for the folks down there and throughout the whole area of Florida, and also with Harvey in Texas. The insurance companies, from what I'm reading now, $200 to $300 billion is the initial estimates of damage. Hurricane Katrina was approximately 200 billion. That's with a B. So there's going to be a lot of folks, at that level needing some support. And so what a couple of the things have happened is, having that emergency fund, being able to pay for it that way, but also using insurance to help pay for it as well. And then even the IRS is getting involved in alleviating some of the penalties that come from accessing your money out of 401k plans or employer plans, putting some new rules in place to help people get their money out of those plans if you have to use that source of money for that. In addition to alleviate a little bit of the fear and some of the requirements for deadlines from a tax perspective, for businesses who had a September 15th deadline, they've extended that to January of 2018. And then also for individuals who have extended their tax returns for 2016 year back in April, they have until January of 2018 as well to file their return, because some folks have lost their information in the mix, or the CPA firm or the tax firm you're working with might have,
they might not have power.
They might not have power. So making sure that you take advantage of all those things, read about it, and stay up on that news.
Knowing that that's even out there, because it's adding insult to injury of all these other things to worry about. And then I got to file my taxes and make sure that I'm, this accounting and whatnot. So what have you noticed as far as a market perspective when it comes to the markets reacting to these storms? I mean, Harvey obviously is still terrible out in the Houston area. People are going to be dealing with that for years. I mean, they're talking about the drinking water and having arsenic. I mean, it's just, these stories just keep coming out. How has that and this storm, in your opinion, if at all, affected the markets, and what should people be thinking about as it pertains to their portfolios?
Yeah, the markets have been relatively calm during this whole period of time. This bull market that we're over 8.5 years into, it's not letting up. And so there will be a point in time where it corrects. We don't know how much it's going to correct, whether it crashes or not, but it will happen because history repeats itself. So as JP Morgan did a study on the prior hurricanes back to 1995, and they've seen that the 7 days after the hurricane, it's typically the market's down about 2%, but it can be up, it can be down, it can be all around. So We take a long-term approach to the stock market. We take a preventative approach, so where we don't take more risk than we need to. And then we also have some floors in place to protect our clients against losing more than what they want to lose.
All right, Adam, running out of time. Thank you.
Thank you,
being here.
Casey.
Appreciate the time.
Appreciate it.
your expertise. And again, remember, if you are nearing retirement or you are already retired, you have questions about your portfolio, you can always ask the gentleman who's sitting to my left. You can call him. The number is on your screen, 904-232-8760. You can also ask for a complimentary review of your portfolio. But to get to that point, you must be at or nearing retirement to qualify. You can go to wolfretirement.com for more information. They have 2 locations, one in Jacksonville and also one in Clay County.